When we talk about prioritizing movement every day, it is not about setting unrealistic fitness goals or forcing yourself into routines that feel like punishment. It is about understanding that the human body was designed to move, to stretch, to walk, to bend, and to remain active throughout the day. In today's world, many people spend long hours sitting at a desk, commuting in cars, or lounging in front of televisions and computers, and this sedentary lifestyle is one of the leading contributors to chronic health problems in the United States. Doctors and health experts have repeatedly emphasized that even small amounts of consistent physical activity can significantly reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, obesity, and joint problems. But beyond the medical statistics, movement is also about how we feel every single day. When you take time to engage in regular activity, you notice your energy rising, your mood improving, and your confidence building as your body responds positively to the care you are giving it. For most people, the idea of exercise comes with images of crowded gyms, complicated machines, or intense workouts that seem intimidating. But the truth is that you don't have to be an athlete to benefit from movement. Something as basic as taking a brisk 30-minute walk each day can change the way your body functions. Walking increases your heart rate gently, improves circulation, and strengthens your muscles and bones without putting excess strain on your joints. For those who cannot commit to a full workout, breaking it into shorter sessions throughout the day is equally beneficial. 10 minutes of stretching in the morning, a walk during lunch break, and light activity after dinner can add up and create a sustainable routine. These small choices, when repeated daily, compound into lifelong benefits. Americans often say they don't have time for exercise, but when you think about the time spent scrolling on a phone or watching television, you realize that time can be redirected towards something that adds quality to your life instead of draining it. Movement also plays a huge role in maintaining mental well-being. Scientific studies have shown that physical activity triggers the release of endorphins, often called feel-good hormones, which naturally reduce stress and anxiety. In a society where stress and depression are rising concerns, adding movement into your daily lifestyle acts like a natural medicine with no side effects. A walk in the park, a short yoga session at home, or even dancing to your favorite song in the living room can instantly shift your mood. Beyond the chemical effects in the brain, there is also the psychological reward of knowing that you are doing something good for yourself. That sense of accomplishment builds resilience and motivates you to keep going. In the United States, where fast-paced lifestyles often leave people drained, choosing to move every day becomes a powerful form of self-care. Another aspect to consider is how movement helps control weight. Obesity has become a widespread issue in America, and it is not only a matter of appearance but also of health, because excess weight increases the risk of heart disease, joint problems, high blood pressure, and even certain types of cancer. By incorporating daily movement, your body burns calories more efficiently, improves metabolism, and prevents fat from accumulating in harmful ways. This doesn't mean you need to overexert yourself or chase quick results. It means respecting your body enough to give it the consistency it needs. Even standing more often, doing household chores with more energy, or gardening in the backyard can count as movement that supports weight control. Over time, these little habits make it easier to maintain a healthier lifestyle without feeling restricted or overwhelmed. Movement is also about mobility and independence, especially as people age. In America, many elderly individuals suffer from limited movement due to years of inactivity, which leads to weaker muscles, fragile bones, and a loss of confidence in physical ability. However, studies show that seniors who walk, stretch, or engage in light exercise maintain stronger muscles and better balance, reducing the risk of falls and injuries. Prioritizing daily movement earlier in life helps ensure that you can enjoy activities later in life with more freedom and less dependence on others. Imagine being able to play with your grandchildren, travel, or simply climb stairs without difficulty well into your 70s or 80s, and you will understand why making movement a part of your lifestyle today is an investment in your future. The beauty of this change is that it doesn't require expensive equipment, memberships, or complicated routines. Movement is free and accessible to everyone. You can walk around your neighborhood, use your own body weight for exercises like push-ups and squats, or follow free workout videos online. For people who enjoy social interaction, group activities such as joining a dance class, hiking club, or recreational sports team can add both fitness and fun to life. In American culture, where communities often come together around shared activities, incorporating movement with others can also strengthen social bonds and reduce loneliness. When movement is seen not just as exercise, but as an enjoyable part of daily life, it becomes easier to stay committed. Finally, movement creates momentum. When you make physical activity a priority, you begin to notice changes in other areas of life as well. You may feel more motivated to choose healthier foods, more disciplined with your sleep routine, and more focused at work or school. It creates a ripple effect that extends beyond just the body, touching your mind, your emotions, and even your relationships. Consistency is the key, and the goal is not perfection but progress. In the United States, where health challenges are often tied to lifestyle choices, adopting daily movement as a natural habit can empower people to take control of their well-being in a simple yet deeply effective way. When we talk about choosing smarter nutrition habits, it is important to understand that food is more than just fuel. It is the foundation of how our body functions every single day. In the United States, where fast food, processed snacks, and sugary drinks are available on nearly every corner, it has become increasingly easy to choose convenience over health. Many Americans find themselves grabbing quick meals that are high in calories but low in nutrients, and over time, these habits contribute to rising rates of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Shifting to smarter nutrition does not mean going on extreme diets or cutting out everything you enjoy. It means making small, sustainable choices that prioritize whole, nutrient-rich foods while reducing the reliance on highly processed products. It is about developing a relationship with food that supports your long-term well-being rather than short-term satisfaction. One of the most effective ways to improve nutrition is by adding more fruits and vegetables to your daily meals. These foods are packed with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants that strengthen the immune system and help the body fight off diseases. Unfortunately, many Americans do not reach the recommended daily intake of fruits and vegetables, often because they believe it takes too much effort to prepare them, or they simply prefer processed options. But incorporating them can be as simple as adding a banana to your breakfast, a salad with lunch, or roasted vegetables with dinner. Even frozen fruits and vegetables retain most of their nutrients and can be a quick and affordable choice for busy families. Over time, your taste buds adjust, and the natural flavors of whole foods become more enjoyable than the artificial taste of packaged snacks. Another simple shift is replacing sugary drinks with water. In the United States, sugary beverages like soda, sweetened coffee drinks, and energy drinks are a major source of excess calories and sugar intake. These drinks not only lead to weight gain, but also increase the risk of type 2 diabetes and dental problems. Water, on the other hand, hydrates the body, aids digestion, supports metabolism, and helps flush out toxins. For those who find plain water unappealing, adding slices of lemon, cucumber, or berries can provide natural flavor without the negative effects of added sugar. Choosing water over soda may seem like a small decision, but when practiced consistently, it can make a significant difference in weight management, and overall health. Portion control is another critical aspect of smarter nutrition. Many Americans are accustomed to large serving sizes, especially when dining out, where restaurant portions are often 2 or 3 times larger than what the body actually needs. This habit of overeating contributes to excessive calorie intake without people even realizing it. Practicing mindful eating, slowing down, savoring each bite, and paying attention to hunger and fullness cues can help prevent this. Something as simple as using smaller plates at home can naturally encourage more reasonable portions. When you eat mindfully, you are less likely to consume empty calories and more likely to enjoy the flavors and textures of your food, which creates a healthier relationship with meals. Replacing refined grains with whole grains is another easy yet powerful adjustment. White bread, white rice, and refined pasta lose most of their natural nutrients during processing, leaving behind mostly starch that spikes blood sugar and provides little benefit. Whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, oats, and whole wheat bread, on the other hand, are rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals that support digestion, keep you feeling fuller for longer, and reduce the risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease and certain cancers. In the United States, where refined products are heavily marketed, making the conscious choice to buy whole grain alternatives can set you apart on the path to better health. Over time, these choices improve energy levels and stabilize blood sugar, reducing the cravings that often lead to overeating. It is also important to focus on balance rather than restriction. Many Americans turn to fad diets that cut out entire food groups or severely restrict calories, but these approaches are rarely sustainable and often lead to frustration or binge eating. Smarter nutrition means creating meals that combine proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates in balanced portions. Lean proteins such as chicken, fish, beans, and nuts support muscle health and repair, while healthy fats from sources like avocados, olive oil, and seeds are essential for brain function and hormone regulation. Complex carbohydrates from whole grains, fruits, and vegetables provide steady energy throughout the day. When meals are balanced, your body feels satisfied, reducing the urge to snack on unhealthy options. Another habit worth developing is planning and preparing meals at home. In the fast-paced culture of the United States, many families rely heavily on takeout or restaurant food, which often contains hidden sugars, sodium, and unhealthy fats. Cooking at home gives you control over the ingredients and portion sizes, allowing you to make healthier choices without sacrificing flavor. Meal prepping, setting aside a few hours each week to prepare food in advance, can make it easier to stick to these habits, especially for those with busy schedules. This practice also helps save money, making it both a health and financial benefit. Nutrition is also closely tied to energy levels and productivity. Many people in America struggle with fatigue, afternoon energy crashes, and difficulty concentrating, often without realizing that poor nutrition plays a role. Consuming too much sugar or refined carbs leads to spikes and drops in blood sugar, leaving you feeling drained and irritable. By choosing nutrient-dense foods, you provide your body with steady fuel that supports focus, mood, and overall performance. Whether you are a student, a working professional, or a parent, smarter nutrition habits can make a visible difference in your daily energy and efficiency. Finally, smarter nutrition is not about perfection but progress. In a country where unhealthy food options are everywhere, it is unrealistic to expect yourself never to indulge in treats or convenience meals. The goal is to make healthier choices most of the time so that your overall pattern of eating supports long-term health. When you begin to see food not just as a source of comfort, but as a tool for building a stronger body and mind, your decisions naturally become more aligned with your goals. Choosing smarter nutrition habits in the United States is one of the simplest and most effective ways to improve health outcomes, and the best part is that these changes are accessible to anyone willing to start making better choices today. When we think about better health, one of the most overlooked but deeply influential factors is rest and mental well-being. In the United States, a culture that often glorifies business, productivity, and the constant hustle, many people sacrifice sleep and relaxation in order to keep up with demanding work schedules, family responsibilities, and social commitments. However, this lack of balance takes a heavy toll on both physical and mental health. Sleep is not simply a passive state of closing your eyes and drifting off. It is a biological necessity that allows the body to restore itself, regulate hormones, and repair tissues. When people consistently get less than the recommended 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night, they put themselves at greater risk for chronic illnesses like obesity, high blood pressure, heart disease, and diabetes. Poor sleep also weakens the immune system, leaving the body more vulnerable to infections. In the fast-paced American lifestyle, it has almost become a badge of honor to say you function on just a few hours of sleep. But in reality, this habit gradually erodes overall health in ways many do not recognize until problems become serious. Sleep directly impacts cognitive function and emotional stability. When you do not get enough rest, concentration suffers, memory becomes less sharp, and decision-making abilities decline. For students, professionals, and even parents managing households, this can mean lower performance, more mistakes, and higher levels of frustration. On the emotional side, lack of sleep is strongly linked to irritability, mood swings, and even depression and anxiety. Many Americans rely heavily on caffeine to push through the day, masking their fatigue instead of addressing its root cause. But caffeine cannot replace the natural restoration that comes from proper rest. Creating a consistent sleep routine, such as going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, helps regulate the body's internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up refreshed. Simple practices like dimming the lights before bedtime, avoiding heavy meals late at night, and keeping electronic devices out of the bedroom can make a significant difference in improving sleep quality. Mental well-being is equally important to physical health, and the two are deeply interconnected. Stress, anxiety, and burnout have become common experiences in the United States, where competition, financial pressures, and social expectations can weigh heavily on individuals. Chronic stress triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that, when elevated for long periods, can lead to weight gain, digestive problems, weakened immunity, and an increased risk of heart disease. Stress management, therefore, is not a luxury but a necessity. Techniques such as mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing exercises, and journaling are practical tools that can help calm the mind and reduce the harmful effects of stress on the body. Spending time in nature, disconnecting from digital distractions, and engaging in hobbies also provide much needed mental relief. Many people find that even a few minutes of mindfulness or relaxation exercises each day can reset their mood and improve resilience against daily challenges. Social connections also play a crucial role in mental well-being. Humans are wired for connection, and isolation or loneliness can have devastating effects on both mind and body. In America, where many people live far from extended family or juggle busy schedules that limit social interaction, it is easy to feel disconnected. Making time to nurture relationships, whether through family dinners, phone calls with friends, or community activities, helps create a sense of belonging and emotional support. These connections buffer against stress, reduce feelings of loneliness, and can even contribute to longer life expectancy. Prioritizing relationships is just as important as prioritizing nutrition or exercise, because mental health thrives when people feel understood, supported, and connected to others. Another area to consider is the role of technology in rest and mental well-being. While technology has brought countless conveniences, it has also created new challenges. Many Americans spend hours each day on phones, tablets, or computers, often scrolling late into the night, which not only interferes with sleep due to blue light exposure, but also increases stress and comparison through social media. Setting boundaries with technology, such as turning off screens an hour before bed, scheduling screen-free time during the day, or limiting exposure to stressful online content, can significantly improve mental clarity and promote deeper rest. These small boundaries restore a sense of control over time and attention, helping people feel less overwhelmed by constant digital noise. Physical relaxation is another dimension of rest that should not be overlooked. Activities such as gentle stretching, yoga, or even soaking in a warm bath can help release tension from the muscles and prepare the body for sleep. In the American lifestyle, where people often push their bodies to the limit without slowing down, these intentional moments of physical relaxation act as a reset button. They remind the body that it is safe to let go of stress and enter a state of restoration. When combined with good sleep habits, these practices enhance both physical recovery and emotional balance, creating a healthier rhythm for daily life. It is also important to recognize that mental well-being does not mean the absence of challenges, but rather the ability to cope with them in a healthy way. Life in the United States, like anywhere else, involves setbacks, financial struggles, work pressures, and personal difficulties. Building resilience through rest, mindfulness, and social support makes it easier to face these obstacles without breaking down. Seeking professional help when needed, whether through therapy, counseling, or support groups, should also be normalized as part of maintaining mental health. Just as people go to the doctor for physical illnesses, seeking help for emotional struggles is a responsible step toward overall wellness. The combination of quality rest and intentional care for mental well-being forms a foundation for every other area of health. Without proper sleep, energy levels decline, making it harder to exercise or prepare healthy meals. Without mental balance, stress-driven decisions often lead to overeating, neglecting self-care, or avoiding movement. In the United States, where lifestyle-related illnesses are so prevalent, learning to prioritize rest and nurture the mind is one of the most practical and impactful changes anyone can make for long-term health and happiness. In closing, better health is not about massive overnight transformations, but about small, consistent choices that build over time. By moving your body every day, choosing smarter nutrition habits, and making rest and mental well-being a priority, you create a balanced foundation for lifelong wellness. These changes may seem simple, but their impact is profound, and they are within reach for every one of us. If we commit to these easy lifestyle adjustments, not only will we improve our physical strength and energy, but we will also find greater joy, peace, and resilience in our daily lives. The path to better health is in our hands, and the time to start is now.